Day. Hey, Tracy, Andy, I'm so excited about the Indy Style this morning. I mean, John Andretti, it's like the old days. Mike Ahern, Patty Spiller. I can't wait for the show.
Good, you don't have to wait.
He is our biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, we're going to start right now, Randy. So, as a matter of fact, near record temperatures. Tough to get in a workout. You did, though, last night.
Well, I did last night, and I'm glad I did, because today we have the author, Steve Siebold, and he wrote Die Fat or Get Tough. Now, this book isn't a, I'm sorry that you're not in shape. This is a hard reality look at why people are overweight and what people are doing or not doing to fix the problem.
It's blunt.
Exactly. Yeah, we're losing the obesity epidemic. So someone had to come out and say the truth, and so that's me.
And it's not politically correct.
Nope.
And you say that. I mean, what is your approach to this book?
Well, my approach is, if you're fat, it's your fault. Grow up emotionally, get tough, and fix it. End of story. That's all it takes. It's just mental toughness.
Well, and people at home might be sitting there thinking, oh, easy for you to say slim fit, man, but you actually had sort of an awakening and went through this yourself, right?
I was fat, yeah.
Okay.
I was just fat. That's what it is. You know, you might as well. Yeah, I was 40 pounds overweight about 8 years ago, and I wrote this program called FatLoser.com, and I followed it, and it's just a mental toughness program, no big deal, and I lost the weight and never felt better.
Okay, so 8 years ago, when you were 40 pounds overweight, I mean, can you just blame it on the fact that that you're a softie? I mean, you just like whatever, you didn't want to be too hard on yourself, you didn't want to do anything that might cause you a little discomfort, a little bit of pain. I mean, what did you realize had to happen, and what point did you realize it?
I travel all over the world giving speeches, and I just stopped paying attention, basically. So I'm eating cheeseburgers and all the bad food, pizza and all that in airports, and I just let it go, and all of a sudden I'm 40 pounds. It kind of creeps up on you, and so it really does.
Whoa!
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're there, and I thought, okay, I went to a wedding. Some people that I hadn't seen in 5 years didn't recognize me, and I thought that's just embarrassing.
That's
so the vanity
good.
play was was a big factor for me.
So are you, as much discouraging things that I'm sure you see every day in American life, like where they're legislating nutrition labels and Happy Meals and things like that, are you encouraged by things like, take The Biggest Loser? At least we're seeing people out of their comfort zones and maybe taking a little responsibility?
Maybe, but I don't think you have to work out 6 hours a day to lose weight. I mean, I think that's Hollywood for you.
Phew, good.
Right?
All
I was just out in LA doing interviews. That's all Hollywood. But if you go to your doctor, get a good diet, develop the mental toughness to stick to it. End of story. That's all it really takes.
Well, I was just looking at, I don't know, maybe one of the chapters. No, it's a difference 76. It says, fat people wallow in their problems, fit people solve their problem.
Right.
Comment on that.
Right. It's really just a matter of thinking. You make a decision, you stick to the decision, and that's it.
The book, I like the way it's set up, because you have like, you call them fat loser quotes, and then you have critical thinking. It's almost like a textbook.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we interviewed 500 fat people, 500 fit people for the book, and it's like they're living on different planets. I couldn't believe how much like a fat person I thought my whole life. These fit people, I mean, they really, probably like you guys, they think about what they eat. They think about exercise. Everything's strategic. They don't just eat like I did, just anything that was put in front of me, like a bag of Doritos or something like that. Well, nothing wrong with Doritos. But,
no, yeah, exactly.
No, they're great, but in moderation, they're great.
Exactly. The whole bag, not good.
So I'm just trying to figure out, so now, I mean, have you completely changed your approach to life, or do you still kind of struggle with thinking like a fat person?
Oh, I go back and forth. Yeah, definitely. I go back and forth. But it really has changed the way I've approached it, and it's changed the way a lot of people have approached it, because it's the anti-politically correct strategy, and it's not working. 17% of children, it came out yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw this, are obese in this country. Children are obese, 17%. We're losing by being politically correct. Physicians, I'm giving a speech for 450 physicians tomorrow in Fort Wayne, and we're losing because physicians are telling people, oh, it's okay, you're just, you're just a little overweight, don't worry about it. And people are dying because of this.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit different, because you were a premier athlete. You spent a good portion of your life fit and then sort of fell off the fit wagon, versus children who are growing up in a culture of
right. I think it's this culture of it's okay to be fat, and of course the government wants to take over and legislate everything. Well, that's never going to work with anything. We all know that. That's ridiculous. They can't even balance their own budget.
Exactly.
So I don't think we have to. It's really self-responsibility. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Awesome. No,
You're uncomfortable.
I mean, no, it's just like, you know.
You don't need the
it's
book.
very often, though, it's not very often where you get somebody that is this direct with this topic, because I think you do have, I've got a lot of friends that are physicians, and they do kind of talk about, well, how they have to carefully approach this.
it.
But it is reaching a point where it is life and death. And it's affecting more and more people.
It really is, and it's going to get worse. There's no question. Unless people really get a hold of it. Yeah.
That's right.
Is there a first step? I mean, there's 101 differences that you talk about,
Oh,
but is
good
there
question.
a first step that even just the people watching right now could, all right, I need to do that?
I think make a decision. Number one, make a decision you're going to do this. Realize it's not rocket science. Just get on a good diet. You don't have to exercise 6 hours a day. Go to your doctor. You make sure you're healthy enough for a good diet, good exercise program, and then develop the mental toughness to stick to. We have this program, fatloser.com. It's a free program on the internet. It's 21 days of video training that would cost, we used to charge $500 a person for it. Now we give it away because people said, I don't have the money. We said, all right, we'll make it free.
There you go. Now
Awesome.
there's no
excuse.
Well, we're going to link to that on our
Absolutely
website, indiestyle.tv,
Yes,
and
very cool.
where the book is available as well. Thanks.
Great. Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
I have no idea how we're going to get from this.
That's a direct